Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. 7.2 Celsius. Cold morning, or a cooler morning. It's not cold yet. Yeah, I haven't checked the weather yet, but we'll see what happens. Whether I get out for a quick scoot today, I don't know. There probably isn't too many of you that are watching right now that saw this, but yesterday when I was coming back from my quick scoot, I came across Missy the dog. So you would have seen me give her a little dog cookie. I carry a little dog treat with me on the bike so that if I happen to run into her when she's out for a walk, well, it's kind of fun to give her a treat. I like to do it anyway, and she sure likes it apparently. Anyway, we are ready for Missy the dog. There we go. Okay, what I want to do this morning is, well, first of all, I have to quit early because I have a doctor's appointment today. Yeah, the doctor that did my surgery back in the 10th of April, he wants me to come in for a follow-up. No problem. So I'm going to have to go trucking down there. I was thinking of taking my bike, but with the weather sort of iffy like this, I don't think I will. Anyway, yeah, so this episode might be a little shorter, but what I do want to do is I want to try and solder the two ends of this part together. If you remember, we took this and we bent it yesterday, and we've got these two posts here that somehow they got to be together, and I thought it would be a lot easier to rebend this, and I'm going to rebend the radius on this and move the curves out a bit, so that the whole thing is narrower and longer. Can you even see that? Oh, just barely. Okay. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to solder those two posts together. I don't know if I want to solder them together like this, or if I want to put them one on top of the other like this. I'll see when I'm done here. Okay. Yeah, I guess we may as well just get right into it and start doing that. I don't think I'll use the macro lens, but we will move in so that you can see what's going on here. Okay, so here's the plan. Got a little piece of heat-resistant oven mat here that I'm going to use as a soldering mat. I don't know if this stuff is as good as, genuine soldering mat, but the idea will be we're going to take this part, which I want to join together right here like this, and put it on here like this, very carefully that I don't bend anything. Okay, now what I'm going to have to do is involve some kind of holder downer here, probably two holder downers, one on one side. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm trying to get these two posts together, one on one side and one on the other, and that will hold them. Well, I put a little bit of solder paste on here, and then, yeah, I think you get the idea. I will recompose, and we will put on the macro lens. Okay, where's my holder downers here? Okay, these might have to be modified somehow, because the higher they are, the less pressure they put on the part. But this might be enough. Yeah, that might be enough. This one's still got a pin in it. I'm going to take that pin out. Yeah, I think that's going to be all right. If not, then I'll rig up some sort of weight on this to pull down harder on it. Okay, let's get ourselves recomposed here, and maybe we'll try and come in view more from the top. Okay, now this is probably going to take a lot of tweaking before we get to the place where we can actually use this maybe to move it out. Now I don't want to be bending. Let's see, lift this off for the time being. Okay, if we get this one right, let's put the weight on it now. Hopefully it's going to push down where we need it. Pull it back a little bit here. Try and get it in the center if I can. Maybe that's not a good idea. I'll just Tony's tweezer here. Okay. Now we want to move this one up. As I was saying before, I don't know if I want to have them butted together or overlapping. My intention is to put this right at the front where that other part has to go. Okay, check the monitor. It's got to just a little bit closer together here. Push it in. It pretty much wants to, I think that, let me check the monitor. That's pretty much it, unless maybe I was to bring it up just very slightly, like a fraction of a millimeter. Usually when I do this, I make things worse. Oh, yeah, I did. Maybe I should watch the monitor because I can see a lot better. Well, now shove it in. That is pretty close. Now, if I was to put a little bit of solder paste on there very carefully, then I could apply the solder, and hopefully the solder would wick its way between the two posts. And that's the plan. Now, I am wondering, is it possible that this would be a stronger join if instead of the posts being butting together, they were overlapping? But I don't know if I can pick this up and put the one post on top of the other. I'm just going to try it. I can always go back to this if this, to the way it is now if this doesn't work. Okay. Now we got to try and straighten it out here. It is a tiny bit too high up here. Okay, let me check the monitor. That actually might be better. Okay, now, I'm going to just push stop here for a minute while I get my solder paste. Okay, now let's see if I can get some on the top post there. And the heat from the soldering iron will get it to wick its way down. Just trying to very carefully not move anything here now. I did. I moved it. Rats. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Well, looking in the monitor, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, I do believe we've got enough solder paste on there. Let's see if I can get this one post, this bottom part rather, up on top. I had it before. Now it's a little bit too much to the left. You know, I suppose if it's not quite right, I should be able to. Okay, let me check the monitor. That's gonna have to do. Okay, what I'm gonna do is get some solder on the tip of the soldering iron. Not too much. And see if I can carefully come down on that now without accidentally moving anything. That is going to be the hard part. Otherwise, I'll remove the soldering iron. It'll be crooked, and it'll instantly harden that way. Maybe put it right in the middle. Let's see, I'll touch it this way. There. Pretty sure I got it. I think. Maybe I should have had more. Let me check the monitor. I'm not sure that if it's got it down here or not. Okay, I think it has now. Okay, I think those two posts are probably 80% welded together, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, probably a couple of minutes has passed here while I cleaned off my soldering tip. And let's see what happens when we remove the holder downer. Okay, that one stayed. I do believe we are soldered together here. Looks like it to me. See if we can look at it from all around somehow. I'm sure I can use the rotating device to drive everybody crazy, but at least we'll be able to see what it, if we got solder all the way around. Okay, this is about as close as I can get without using the super macro, which I find an exercise in frustration to use. It appears that right in the center, it may not have welded all the way, but the rest of it looks pretty good. I think if I'm careful, I won't break that connection. Okay, let's see now if we can change where the radiuses come on this thing, because right now it's too wide. I'll try it once, so just to make sure. Very carefully now. We don't want to break our connection after all the work we went to. And if you remember, I was saying we're going to have the post that is a little bit not quite right up here with it, whatever it is. I should look and see what we're going to plug in there. Careful. Okay. Now, maybe I get some more light on the subject here. I think that's better. Okay. yeah, you can see here out at the end. It's just a little bit too wide. Now, if I was to make the radius further back to these posts, where's my other pointer here? Yeah, instead of having the radius in between here, I had it more back here, and straighten this out. That would move this back here a little bit, and it would move the other end out the other way, and it would narrow everything, because right now, if I try to glue this down, you can see that it's going to be too wide at the ends. So I've got to sort of squash it in. Now, how is going to be the best way to do that? I think maybe I'll get my little piece of foam going on here again. And yeah, I'm going to have to recompose. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
Oh, cooler.
Yes, a lot cooler.
And a few spits of rain.
Oh my.
We met Uncle Arley and he let us go through his backyard. He was way in the distance and he whistled when he saw her. And Missy heard her from about 100 yards away, so over we went. Wow, going to eat them all in one sitting.
Yeah, the other one broke in half, so she thinks she's got twice as much now.
Oh, the kitten woke up in a particularly destructive frame of mind this morning. I heard some screaming coming from the other end of the house. She's going up the shears, the shear curtains. Dear. Well, I can relate. Sometimes I wake up in the same frame of mind.
Did she get her claws caught in it or something?
Well, she climbs it, eh? If she gets a chance. And then, of course, this wagging tail is the greatest target in the entire world. Poor Missy is, she's licking her paws. She has to sit down and put one foot on top of her tail so it doesn't get attacked.
You have to stop wagging your tail when the cat's around, Missy.
Yeah, and then she'll chase the cat around the house and the cat will chase her.
Thank you for coming, Missy.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm going to say goodbye, but you're coming out, aren't you? Grabbed her at the door, and the kitten's all 2 foot tall across the inside. Sunshine!
Hey, that's all right. I see some blue sky up there too.
Getting hopeful.
It's hopeful, yeah.
Look who's around.
Oh, yeah, there she is.
There she is. Well, Missy. We're being saved.
Okay, see you later. See you later. Yeah, blue sky. Well, see what happens. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, now, a few moments ago, when I was rearranging everything here, I had this piece sitting right here, and I wasn't being careful, and I accidentally bumped it with my hand. I have since straightened it out, but it's not quite as perfect as it once was. Now, it could have been a lot worse. I could have broken the little connection right here that we just soldered up. Anyway, yeah, I was in the process of recomposing, and Missy showed up. So let's continue on, because we want to change the width of this thing, don't we? You know, it's easy to get it the right width here, but the ends are going to be overlapping, and it's just not going to look right. So yeah, let's just continue on here, and probably stick our macro lens on. I'm not sure. No, I don't think we'll need the macro lens. Okay. Now, we want to move our radius back so that instead of being here, it's going to be back here. And I think the way to do it, and I could be wrong, maybe I should be straightening this out a little bit more now, but let's just try it here. See, we tip this up on end like this. Okay. Now we're gonna put our dowel. Before I was rocking it between the two posts, whereas this way I'm going to just sort of have it basically. See, I want to make sure I got it square here. Over this post here. Now, when I go like this, it's going to bend it in right there. Now let's roll over to this one, and we'll bend this one right there. Now, what we're going to want to do is try and straighten it. Where's my other tweezer here? Right here. I think if I just squeeze it like that, that should straighten it out a bit. Now, hopefully, I've narrowed this. Let's get this other part over here and see. Does it look like I've got it narrowed? Yeah, it does to me. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other end now. Okay, turn it around. Sorry to be getting my fingers and everything in your light. Okay, now we're going to want to put our bend back here. Come on, Ron. You're getting clumsy. And sometimes when I get clumsy, what happens is I'll end up quickly going and grabbing for something, and then I bend it. Okay, and I put the bend back there, like that. And this one, we're going to put the bend back here, like that, and then try and straighten it out. Maybe this one, I don't think I've got it enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just carefully try and go a little bit more here. Oh. I'm probably moving this thing in and out of focus. Okay, so okay, I think that's better. That was no, it's not. Why is this one not going? Okay, try it again. All right, let's put this down. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I think if I incorporate holder downers all the way along, this is going to work now. At least it looks like it to me. So let me get this out of there. Yeah. Well. That is almost, yeah, that is almost the way we want it. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. So I'm going to quit messing around with it. That'll make it a little bit more steady. Now, I think the best way to go with this is to glue the ends first and then worry about the sides. So I'm going to want to use the holder downer here just to help. Now this is the end that we soldered. Let's gotta go just a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. I could move the railing just to the right, just a little bit here. There. Nope, that's not right. Okay, now I know the other end is wrong. Kind of falling off on me here. Okay, now where's the other end? It's gotta, this whole thing has to come. Why is this? Oh, maybe my holder downer is pushing too much this way and it's rocking it off. See if I can move it back just a little bit so it pulls. You know, I should be zoomed in a bit here. Sorry about that. That's somewhat better. I had intended to do that and then I forgot. Nothing worse than going and doing your editing and thinking, oh, gee, and I can't retake this. I wonder. Yeah, this whole thing has to come. The railing has to come this way about 0.5 millimeter. No, that's not working. I wonder maybe if I was to move the rotator. There we go. That pulled the other end down, but then this... Why can't I get this? It's almost like there's a little lip or something there that's preventing the bottom rail from getting in the right place. I had it in the right place. Well, let's just take this off here. And okay, and I have to use the holder downer, otherwise what's going to happen is the railing will stick to the applicator. Oh, it's back where it was. I'm going to push stop here. This is frustrating you something fierce, I'm sure. Okay, I basically got it. So like I was saying, we are going to glue this end and then we will glue the other end after this cures. Well, that's... What's it doing wicking its way over there? Oh! Okay. See if I can dab some of this excess. Well, that was stupid. Okay, let's just leave this here. Okay. Curing agent. Can't use that one. Even if I can get part of it to cure. Okay. Now I know that this end is up in the air and it's not supposed to be, but we'll pry that down. Okay, I guess I did this side of the rail here 10 minutes ago, and I thought, you know, the sun was trying to come out there, and I thought I'll just check the radar and see what's happening. And the radar shows that we've got rain moving in from the north. It's almost on top of us right now, so I guess going out for a quick scoot right now is not a good idea. And yeah, I gotta go in for a doctor's appointment soon. Gotta get, well, soon I gotta start to get ready for that. This may have slightly glued itself onto the waxed paper here, but we'll get that off. Okay, I think we probably have this piece glued in place here now. Okay. Now my poor little clock is trying to tell me something. Okay, I think I'm going to call it quits for today, folks. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. It's probably saying, quit, Ron, while you're ahead. I'm going to have to straighten this rail a little bit. It's sort of leaning that way. And we'll do that later. And once this is sprayed, I think it's going to look okay. All that excess CA glue is going to be covered up. It might look a little bit lumpy if you look real close. But at arm's length, it's going to look okay. At least that's my opinion. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.